Told you it'd be different. All right. All right, guys, just give me 1 minute here because my desk, table thing, whatever I'm going to be working off of here, I don't have it yet, so this is a very, it's like a TV dinner tray thing, so we didn't have enough room for the table thing that I'm going to use for a desk for now. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and get started here. Critics' Choice Awards, 26th. I don't know if it's annual anymore or not. Just the 26th Critics' Choice Awards just wrapped up. I did not know this. I just got a new cable package at my new place here. I did not have the CW attached, so I was not able to watch the show. So I was just following along on Wikipedia, Twitter, all the different places there as the winners were announced through the night there. Overall, a lot better predicting-wise than the Globes this year. Definitely much better. I think I did all right here last year, too. But I guess the big story here, Nomadland continues to show that it is so far the front runner, with 4 big wins here tonight, including picture, director, adapted screenplay, and cinematography. Otherwise, you had, let's see here, I think the next most popular winner was Ma Rainey's, which has Best Actor again for Chadwick Boseman. Also had costume design and makeup, and then a few of them got 2. Let's see here, I'll just try to go through them here as I can. Chicago 7 got acting ensemble and tied for editing. Promising Young Woman picked up original screenplay and lead actress. Let's see here, otherwise I think most everything else except Minari, if you count the Young Actor Award, it won that, and then it also won for foreign language film. So again, that was probably my biggest miss the night. I had that for supporting actress, I had that for ensemble. So I had that one getting quite a few more than it did. And then on the opposite side, we see stuff like Maria Bakalova I had out front early, and I was going to pick her, and then I last minute switched to Yoo Yun Jung for Minari. So we have a different, since we didn't have Jodie Foster here, we knew we were going to have a different winner for that supporting actress category. So now with Maria there, it's like, okay, does she win SAG? Because BAFTA nominations come out technically tomorrow night, but they're more like 2 days away calendar-wise. So that one, we don't know yet if she's going to get nominated there. I think she's not as locked in at BAFTA. I think that's a place where Jodie could get her slot, or a couple other people could get there. So Maria might be vulnerable just getting the nomination alone at BAFTA. But we'll have to see there. Otherwise, let's see here. The other 2 acting races, the male acting race I got right, Chadwick, who I think definitely helped solidify his cause here. And now that he does have, a case where he had 2 nominations in the same night, showing that he can win for just Best Actor, I think is a great sign that he's probably in the clear to win this for Best Actor. Daniel Kaluuya otherwise picks up supporting actor again for Judas and the Black Messiah. And seems like he's on a good track now. I think SAG is a very good bet for him, and he does hail from the UK, so I'd say BAFTA goes along for the ride, and he takes the Oscar too. I think that one we can almost say 100%, like Chadwick, is probably done. Then Best Actress, we're still going to have a little bit of mystery here because it was Carey Mulligan, so I had that correct. So Andra Day will not do the Critics' Choice Globe wins and then win the Oscar, I don't think. She'll definitely get in, I think. Because like we said in the other video there, you have to go clear back to the late 80s last time a Best Actress drama winner wasn't even nominated at the Oscars. So again, we could be overdue for it, but I don't know yet. But yeah, Carey gets her first win here, and we'll have to see if SAG follows, or if they can go Viola Davis there, definitely she's possible there. Nomadland only has the 1 nomination for Frances, so if they really think it's out front for Best Picture the way that La La Land was also, it's like they have to give it something, then I could see Frances kind of making a comeback win, kind of a surprise win at SAG. It's possible. But she did win for Fargo. That's kind of what helped her launch into the race there that year. Because I think she'd won a few critics' prizes and stuff, but like at the Globe, she lost to Madonna for Evita and stuff like that. So SAG was kind of, I don't know chronologically how it worked that year, but I think SAG was one of her earlier kind of bigger industry wins, and that kind of pointed the way for her to win the Oscar there. So, Carrie, yeah, like I said, SAG, and then BAFTA is a much stronger bet, I think, for Carrie Mulligan. Again, I think Promising Young Woman, I think, is going to do very well at BAFTA nominations-wise. Probably in for director, film, actress, maybe even supporting actor. I did take Bo Burnham out. I'll do some updated BAFTA predictions tomorrow, assuming I have time for it. I should be able to, but I haven't changed way too much for my BAFTA predictions there. So, yeah, I think that one... yeah, supporting actor for Bo Burnham will be. It could be a surprise one, but I put Barry Keoghan instead for that that one, the smaller independent film he did there. Okay, then otherwise, yeah, Nomadland. I mean, I don't want to say it's over now for Best Picture because it won here again because it's like again it's on the exact same trajectory that Boyhood was before Birdman started winning all these industry awards and stuff, and. I think DGA seems like the one place in the industry where Nomadland really can't lose, because Chloe has also won here for director. I think, again, she'll be way out front. So DGA I can definitely see solidifies with her. And that's one advantage, though, that I think Nomadland's going to have over stuff like Birdman, which, again, made that turn once we got to the industry stuff. Because that also took DGA with Alejandro Inarritu. So... I don't see that happening. I don't see somebody like Aaron Sorkin winning there all of a sudden, or possibly even, if you're a big believer in Minari, Lee Isaac Chung winning DGA. I don't think so. So, let's see. Otherwise, let's talk about those, the screenplay races. I got both of these wrong. So Emerald Fennell did win for Promising Young Woman. I thought it was definitely, in the top 2 or 3. But yeah, I went with Chicago 7 there. So you might have an interesting race as we go into the rest of the year here. Both of them are going to be up at WGA. I presume both are going to be nominated at BAFTA as well. So yeah, we'll kind of see if they start, exchanging punches there between those two races. Adapted screenplay, yeah, Chloe Zhao winning here again for, winning here, this is her second award for the night for Nomadland, just writing the script there. Unless it is our Best Picture winner, I don't see it winning here. I think they'd rather go with something like The Father or One Night in Miami or possibly even Ma Rainey's, I think, has somewhat of a shot in there. I would probably put Nomadland ahead of Ma Rainey's right now for sure, and maybe even bump it ahead of something like One Night in Miami or... yeah, it's tight in there, but yeah, those three I think are the ones that I would immediately point to and say, yeah, look at them to win. Yeah, so yeah, unless Nomadland really solidifies, wins PGA and BAFTA, then yeah, I'll probably and then assuming because Nomadland is not going to be up at is not up at WGA, we'll see how it does at BAFTA for that screenplay race as well. But I would again presume The Father is probably in more prime position for that. Since I think it will do, arguably it might do better at BAFTA than it does at the Oscars, even nominations-wise, and maybe even wins-wise, too. Anyways, otherwise, yeah, we'll get into, acting ensemble, yeah. So Chicago 7 can win here. I think SAG should be an easy win for him there. And again, we don't really focus way too much on, like, the younger actor category or whatever, but Helena Zengel not even winning there, it's a little concerning. I mean, if she misses BAFTA, I might just pull her out and put Jodie Foster in or put Amanda Seyfried back into my predictions. But, she did have technically a nomination here plus SAG and Globe. So unless it's, like we always say, like Jennifer Lopez or Timothée Chalamet or one that everybody forgets now, Jennifer Aniston, remember, got almost everything for Cake, that movie back then. And then it just totally disappeared once we got to Oscars. So, yeah, of course, cases like that happen. Remember, that one, I think, was a Globe, SAG, Critics' Choice, and then it missed at BAFTA. And then she missed it the Oscars as well, Jennifer did. So, yeah, that wasn't, that felt like that one should have been, if it wasn't going to be Helena, I think Alan Kim, who did win for Minari, playing the young boy in it, who, both of them are fantastic, by the way. But, yeah, I think that one... was my second pick if there was going to, I didn't discuss it as an official category to predict or anything, but yeah, I think that's a better sign that the movie's still liked, even among Critics' Choice here. Let's see. Otherwise, we'll get into the tech categories now. So we mentioned cinematography, also went to Nomadland. And I think right now it is the best bet if it's going to pick up anything below screenplay at the Oscars. We'll see how the Cinematography Guild pans out there. More or less a pun there. But I think they're one of the latter ones to announce here. They haven't announced yet. But otherwise, I think Mank will still do well here. Tenet, Minari, possibly News of the World. The Five Bloods I have in there still for cinematography at the Oscars, and Nomadland I do have in. So, yeah, we'll see there. Okay, editing, we mentioned the tie there. So yeah, Sound of Metal, I think it could potentially at the Oscars, it could win both the editing and the sound categories. And I said, yeah, I mentioned Sound of Metal was a possibility here for editing, and the fact that it did tie shows, yeah, that they do like it. And then, yeah, Chicago 7, though, it depends, because I believe these are both, they haven't announced the, Ace Eddie nominations yet. But, yeah, Chicago 7 and Sound of Metal, I'm sure, will both be nominated, and we'll see. Whoever wins that one, you might just pick for the Oscars. And then if it lines up with BAFTA, too, it'd be kind of hard to miss that one, I think. Unless they go their own route, of course. Okay, so costumes for Ma Rainey's. Yep, that's the first sign. That's probably going to go pretty far there. Production's ongoing to Mank. I got that one right, so that one should be fine. That was the only win of the night for Mank. And I think, yeah, I do have it winning also cinematography at this point at the Oscars, but I don't know, I'll check in on that, see if I want to go to Nomadland or somewhere else for that one. Okay, score, we got correct with Soul, so I think that one is really starting to pick up steam there. One Night in Miami did win for its song, so that's Speak Now, so again, Leslie Odom is a songwriter on that, so it's very likely if he's not going to win supporting actor, which at this point doesn't look like it, he will win for song, very likely. Unless they think the song from Life Ahead, if they really want to go Diane Warren like the Globes did last week. Yeah, well, that one's kind of up in the air. Otherwise, makeup, yeah, we mentioned was Ma Rainey's, and I think that one, yeah, should take the lead for that one, too, if it's not, I had it out front early, too, but, and then visual effects did go to Tenet, so that was the only win for Tenet as well. I was, again, thinking there was a possibility it could go with Invisible Man, but no. Tenet seems like it's got this one now, and especially with Invisible Man not making the shortlist at the Oscars, yeah, Tenet doesn't have to look behind its shoulder for that one anymore. Except maybe at BAFTA. We'll see if it gets into BAFTA. And then foreign language film we mentioned was Minari, and again, I think it'll win here, very likely will win the English, not in an English language category at BAFTA, and then they'll go something like something else for the Oscars there. We'll have to see. Because something like Another Round, I think, really would have benefited from a win here as well. I think it's still going to be in the conversation. It might surprise us and actually get quite a few nominations at BAFTA. Because I have it in for Mads Mikkelsen for actor, and I think, God, I need to remember what else I put it in for. But it could sneak up, like I said, could sneak up into that Best Director category. I would actually not be blown over, in shock if that happened. Yeah. So yeah, like I said, I wasn't able to watch the show, guys, so I don't know anything about the speeches. I haven't seen any posted anywhere yet. I was just more focused on, okay, who's winning? Okay, then I kind of chalked that one off as they went through the whole categories and everything. So I don't know, if like, somebody gave a really good speech, if that really helped them or not. Somebody, I'm sure will yell at me in the comments who benefited from good speeches or bad speeches, who got, torn down and stuff. Now, if Maria did give a good speech, if she did, I think this really can help her case because, again, she might fall out of the BAFTA lineup, and that would expose her as possibly missing the Oscar nomination. But, yeah, I think she definitely did not get that chance at the Globes. Like I think almost everybody had her winning there for lead actress comedy. But yeah, the fact that she did get a win here is definitely a notch in the belt that says, yeah, she's definitely going to stick around. Now, can she win after this? I don't know. I mean, she definitely have to win SAG and at least get nominated at BAFTA for me to go that far. Yeah, and it also depends who else is nominated in the category. Yeah, that's tough. Because, again, it's like Glenn Close. I can see just winning the Oscar just off of the sympathy from losing a couple years ago for The Wife. Remember Denzel. A lot of people, I think, arguably both of his Oscar wins. You had like Cry Freedom was the nomination he had before Glory, and a lot of people, I think, in retrospect, kind of look back at that and said, wow, that was kind of a star-making performance. Why didn't we give it to him? So they gave it to him for Glory. And then the same thing happened with The Hurricane in 1999, where he lost to Kevin Spacey for American Beauty. And again, that was when he had won the Globe that year, and a lot of people were kind of expecting him to get that second Oscar win 10 years after the first one. And then the next time he was nominated, there was the same year as Russell Crowe for Beautiful Mind. And again, everybody was kind of fresh off of, even though it was 2 years instead of the 1 year like Cry Freedom was. But everybody for Training Day was kind of like, wow, Denzel is awesome in this, and it's like all that. And even though Russell started, winning everything, of course, as we've mentioned a few times here, he had the infamous BAFTA alleged phone throwing incident and all that, which arguably did cost him the Oscar for A Beautiful Mind. And then, here comes Denzel ready to take it there. So it could be a situation like that. I don't think we should really not say that narrative is going to be irrelevant here. I don't think so. Especially if this happens to go, and I'm just going to say it just possibly here, like we had Jodie Foster win Globe. We just had Maria Bakalova win at the Critics' Choice. Now, if SAG goes with Olivia Colman, for example, have her still out front because she didn't win for The Favorite a couple years ago, so they might play catch up with her. And then BAFTA goes with, okay, we'll just say if she gets in Ellen Burstyn or something, or if they go Glenn Close there. It's like, wow, each ceremony has a different winner, so who do we go with? And a lot of people will point to like Tilda Swinton, the year she won for Michael Clayton. She had kind of, I haven't looked up because that was like one of the first years I was like actively following the Oscar race and stuff. But did she only win BAFTA going into the night for Oscars? I think if it wasn't just BAFTA, she'd won like BAFTA and maybe one or two others. But I don't know. I'll have to look here. Okay, I'm kind of real quick trying to go through it. Yeah, I did see BAFTA for sure. Did she win Critics' Choice that year? I'm not seeing it. National Society of Film Critics? No. Okay, she might not even been nominated there because I'm not seeing her name. Or I'm not seeing the name of that particular one by it. But I think that's more, it's not miscellaneous, that's for sure. Anyways, I need to look further into that. But from some stories some people have told over the years and stuff, it's like, I think she only won BAFTA going into that, into Oscar night. And then boom, kind of divided year where I think everybody, there was almost a different winner each time. Then they went into it. No, here it is. No, she did not win Critics' Choice either. So, when I have time, I might look that one up. But there's a couple narratives because I do have. I think Glenn is still a real threat to come back and win the Oscar. And I didn't think she was a particular threat here or at the Globes just because she had been awarded so recently. And I think the same argument will go for SAG, even though at SAG, Hillbilly Elegy also has Amy Adams in. So. It means, the actors, I think, are, they're not solidly behind the movie. It's not like it got into supporting actor or lead actor or wherever you would place that lead kind of lead character there, and it didn't get into ensemble. So it's not like they love the movie, but the actors are so far behind it by those two bids there. So we'll see how that one pans out. But again, I can totally see a scenario where we have a very, very similar year there. I totally don't count Glenn Close out yet. I don't know about Olivia Colman. I don't know if she would win another BAFTA that soon for The Father. I mean, if it turns out, again, when we get to the BAFTA nominations, if like all of a sudden the only place to award The Father, if not screenplay, if not picture or actor or something, is supporting actress, then okay, then I can see her winning then. But that's going to be a tight one, I think, still going into the Oscar race there. But we knew from before that we knew Jodie wasn't nominated here, so we knew we were going to have a different winner. But the fact that it's Maria makes it interesting. That's for sure. And again, if Maria does go on to win the Oscar, if she wins SAG and stuff too, then okay, then it's one of those comedic performances like Kevin Kline in A Fish Called Wanda, or a couple of those where it's rare for them to win, but when they do win, it kind of in retrospect it always feels right. And I haven't seen the Bo Rap sequel, but. I know a lot of people are really behind that performance and really behind the movie too. So, okay. So does anything really change otherwise in the Oscar lineup as far as like, okay, does any win here all of a sudden make us say, okay, we got to have this nominated or something? Not really. I have Maria in for supporting actress, so unless she all of a sudden pulls the Jennifer Lopez like last year, I think that one's going to happen. I already have Promising Young Woman and Nomadland at least nominated at the Oscars, if not winning. Nomadland I have in for cinematography. I did put Sound of Metal in. I don't think a lot of people have Sound of Metal in yet for editing, or they're close to it if they don't have it yet. So I think that one, I think a lot of people are going to start buzzing that one now. but again, I think Minari actually stands a really good chance of getting into editing as well. We could see a few, like Nomadland might miss editing, or The Father might miss. Tenet is nominated here tonight, but that might miss. I think Mank is a pretty solid bet. Chicago 7, Sound of Metal. Yeah, those three for sure. Then after that, we'll see. Otherwise, yeah, costumes and makeup for Ma Rainey's. Yep, that should work out. Yep, Mank for production design. Yeah, the rest of these, yeah, none of these winners really totally knock me off. Like, okay, yeah, now we got to make some big changes there. Yeah, it'll just be the narrative, I think, for some of these, like the two female acting categories. I think those will kind of continue to kind of go along here as the awards go. And yeah, we'll see if Carrie can start building more momentum here with Andra Day not nominated at BAFTA or at SAG. So, yeah, we'll see if she can start carrying some momentum. And then possibly for screenplay, too. We'll see if Emerald can win at WGA as well. And I think, I don't know, we'll have to see about Chicago 7, how that'll do at BAFTA. I mean, because a lot of people, I think, are kind of not so hot on that one at BAFTA, like, I've heard a couple of discussions about that, and I think, yeah, I mean, it might struggle, because some of these American, subject films like that, sometimes they don't carry over very well. But I'm like, well, look at American Beauty. It has America in the title, and that one won, like, almost everything at BAFTA that year, except, like, director, I think. It, like, won actress and actor and screenplay and film and stuff. It might have won British film, too, something like that. It did very, very, very well that year. So yeah, it's not impossible for those kind of stories to still really do well at BAFTA. Okay, so that being said, let's go ahead. I'll just I don't think we have anything else really. Again, I didn't see the show or anything, so I can't tell you how the host did. I can't tell you any of that stuff. The exchange though for that is in my cable package. I do see I have BBC America. So as far as I'm aware, the BAFTA ceremony is broadcast on that station. So I will be able to watch the BAFTAs for the first time ever this year, assuming I'm not, doing something else that weekend. But I'll try to plot time for that in advance there, just so I can be there. So that'll be nice to finally see that, because I've never seen a BAFTA show. I've only seen just some clips on YouTube or whatever. Some classic clips too. Those are always fun. Like the if I can give you a little homework, go and find the year Jack Nicholson won for. I think it was both Chinatown and The Last Detail, because they had come out within the same 12-month period at BAFTA that year. Again, BAFTA was really weird back before, like, the early 2000s. They'd have different, qualifying ones in different years. Like, we'll see that sometimes even now. Like, almost every year there's a documentary or a foreign language film or, international film, whatever, that gets nominated the year after it's at the Oscars, Alfred Woodard is up this year for Clemency, even though she was in the running for everything else last year. Stuff like that. But find the Nicholson one from 74, because he won, I think, for both Chinatown and Last Detail. It's really funny, because he wins, and then they say, okay, well, we actually have a broadcast signal from Oregon where he's filming his next movie. I can't remember if they even said the title at that point, but of course, we all know now. And then they show the pre-recorded message, obviously, but it's obviously when he's filming Cuckoo's Nest. And it's a really, I won't spoil everything that happens, but it's really funny, really worth the watch. And Jack, you can't beat Jack. He's always fun at award shows. Yeah. Anyways, so so that's good for that. However, the thing is, now that I'm here, I have a different job and a different start time and everything. So live reactions for BAFTA, not happening this year. And it pains me to say it, but live reactions for Oscars also not happening this year. I'm just going to have to come on when I get back. It'll be somewhere in the middle of the afternoon, not this Monday, obviously the 15th, next Monday when the Oscar nominations are there. Pretty much what'll happen is I have to, by the time I have to report to work is by the time that the Oscar nominations start coming out. So I won't be able to do any live reactions to that, unfortunately. So what I'll do that day, I'll just get home as soon as I can and start talking about, oh shit, this is what got nominated, this is what missed, all that fun stuff. And I'll do that for BAFTA as well here on, because they come out Tuesday, the 9th here, so I'll do them that afternoon, I think, when I get back, because I don't think I'll have time, and I don't want to have to shout and yell and wake everybody up at like 6 in the morning or whatever when that happens on Tuesday. So again, that'll be after the nominations come out for both of those award shows. However, the aftermath of all the rest of the award shows and stuff, that will be like this was, right after the show wraps up. I'll be able to talk about BAFTA. I'll be able to talk about Oscars, SAGs, and everything. So that'll still be good. We've got a lot. I mean, almost all the rest of the guilds that haven't announced, which is pretty much all of them, except for Art Directors Guild, Costume Designers Guild, Visual Effects Guild, Makeup Guild. There's maybe one or two other ones I'm forgetting, but almost all the rest of them. I think, was it both sound guilds or just one sound guild? I think is announced, but at least one of them has. But we know we got that one still coming. I think one of them, if not. Otherwise, PGA, DGA are coming out this week. Obviously, BAFTA is this week. I'm kind of looking through here. Is there any I missed? Yeah, both the sound ones are done, so we know the nominees there. But, let's see here. Yeah, so we've still got Cinematographers Guild, Ace Eddie Award nominations. We've got, PGA, DGA this week, right before we go into the Oscar nominations being announced. So, a few more guilds to be announced. And
PGA, DGA are ones I would probably, interrupt this program. We'll do some videos on those when those become available. Again, it'll probably be a few hours after they've been announced, when I'm first available there. So that's kind of the trade-off, guys. It's like I have a different place now. I hope the echoing and booming and all that stuff with the mic here, hopefully that's sounding okay. I'll kind of take a listen to it here while I'm uploading, and if it doesn't sound good, then I'll just put a warning on the video or something. But first time I've tried this, so we'll see here. Okay, otherwise, that's all I got for now. So I'll kind of look over everything. I'll give out some final BAFTA predictions here tomorrow as soon as I can, and then we'll talk about what gets nominated on Tuesday. And I believe, if I remember right, one of the two guilds announces on Tuesday as well. I believe Producers Guild is Tuesday. Let's see if I can find it. Nominations. I know they got them for those, but let's see, 2020, blah blah blah. Announced March 8th. Okay, no, PGA's tomorrow. Okay. So I'll give out PGA reactions are tomorrow, and then I'll do BAFTA final predictions. I'll probably just club those into one video there. Let's see, maybe Directors Guild, is it Thursday or is it Tuesday? Well, that's when the ceremony is. I know, but let's see here. See if it says here online voting. The announcement is Tuesday. Okay, I was right on. I just had to flip there, but oh well. Okay, so PGA and DGA, they are this week. So yep. Okay, I think I've had enough now. So we'll go ahead and shut it down for now, and we'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk about BAFTA predictions, final predictions, and we'll talk about who's in at PGA tomorrow. So, okay. You know what? Let's just do it really quick. Really quick, since we have 10 slots at PGA, unless they tie and go 11 like they did 3 years ago now. Let's briefly put down the 10 here. I'm just kind of doing this off the top of my head here, but we'll see. Okay, so I think Nomadland for sure gets in there. Trial Chicago 7, Minari's a good bet. One Night Miami, Mank, Ma Rainey's Black Bottom, Promising Young Woman, News of the World, I think are eight of them that are pretty easy to get. Because it's got momentum now, I'll go Judas and the Black Messiah. And then it's really down to the only thing, The Father, it should qualify. The only thing is if it doesn't qualify or something, because it wasn't up at AFI Fest among their nominees for 10 Best Films of the Year. Instead, they went with something like, I think they had both Sound of Metal and The Five Bloods, or Judas and the Black Messiah and The Five Bloods, or something like that. But I think to be safe, I'll put The Father in there for that 10th slot. But again, you've got those 10 plus Sound of Metal, Da Five Bloods. I think Soul. I think there's a rule like that one can get in for animated, but I don't think they cross over into Best Picture. I think there's a rule about that, but I can actually find that out here. Let me go to 2010 because that's the last one. Toy Story 3 was the last one nominated. for Best Picture at the Oscars. So let me see about Producers Guild, because I'm sure it won the animated one that year for Producers Guild, if I can find it. Shit, no luck. Okay, let me just do it this way. I think this one is the right one. Sorry, just off the top of my head, I could not remember. No, it did cross over. Okay, there's no rule about it not being eligible. Okay, so Soul is a possibility. Anything else? I mean, maybe if they want to go blockbuster, they can go Tenet. Really, it's about the only option. Otherwise, I don't really see like First Cow coming back. I don't see United States versus Billie Holiday coming back, or Malcolm and Marie, or anything like that. I don't think Wonder Woman. The first Wonder Woman got in, but I don't see this one, or Mulan, or one of those. No. Otherwise, one thing though, I'm really considering though for that original screenplay race. There's a kind of fifth slot that's kind of sliding for me right now. But we did see kind of an article get a little bit of steam here last week. I believe she's the director too, but the director-writer of Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always actually got into a little bit of a spite with one of the Oscar voters, who personally reached out to her. Real quick, I'll just mention this. Personally reached out to her and said, I'm not supporting your movie because it's, and I didn't know this because, again, I'm trying to do a thing where I'll try to see some of these movies, as blind as I can, as far, to use that expression, not going in knowing every last plot detail and stuff. So that one, I didn't know what it was about. And like Palm Springs last week, when that was up at the Globes, when they kind of went into the story details, I'm like, oh, that's what it's about? I thought it was just like a vacation movie. That's what it looked like from the posters and everything. But no, there's like actually kind of like a Back to the Future plot, time travel or something, time loop thing on that one. But Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, I didn't know that was a kind of like an abortion movie there. But yeah, there was one particularly Oscar voter who says, nope, I'm pro-life and I'm not really, I'm not even going to watch your movie and stuff, which I'm like, okay. It's one thing, I mean, you can voice your opinion and stuff, but you don't have to call out the director. You don't have to personally reach out to the director and, point your finger at him and say, how dare you make this movie? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. My attitude on it is irrelevant because I'm a guy, right? Males don't have any opinions when it comes to pro-life or pro-choice or whatever. But yeah, they really kind of grilled the director there about that, and the director reached, kind of basically, shunned them for it, got them in trouble for it. So I was kind of thinking there, in the day or two after the movie or after that story started picking up some press, I'm like, I don't know. I can see the writing branch all of a sudden coming back and saying, "Yeah, let's nominate this," just to be a giant fu to the Academy voter who reached out and stuff. That could happen. I mean, I'm more inclined to say Judas and the Black Messiah, I think, can get that fifth slot right now, or if not that one, then Da 5 Bloods. Because real quick, what do I have in there right now? I think it's like Chicago 7, Minari, Promising Young Woman, Mank. I think those four, any one of those four missing is a big disappointment Oscars morning. But I think it's that fifth one. Is it Da 5 Bloods? Is it Soul, Judas and the Black Messiah, Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always? Is there another one I'm missing there that's kind of in the hunt? Sound of Metal. Yeah, Sound of Metal I think is also really primed. That one could hit too. I wouldn't be shocked if that one hit, because it's looking at getting sound, editing, maybe 2 acting races, for sure 1. So yeah, and that could be that 10th slot for Best Picture too, if it's up to 10. But again, the rules on that, you'd have to get so many top votes and stuff. It's like basically it would break down to where I think we've gone over this before, but like 5% of the popular vote has to go to 10 movies. So in other words, 50% of the popular vote in the whole 9,000 plus Academy all have to be 10 films exactly. It's like, the math on that is like almost never going to work out. Never, Rarely, Sometimes, Always, right? This would be more the rarely case in that one, but and then of course, something like The Father misses, or something like I don't know, The Promising Young Woman, if that falls out of Best Picture for whatever reason. It's like you always want to put 1 or 2 slots in there just in case. But Sound of Metal is definitely one I will consider for now. Okay, I went on a little bit longer than I thought I would there. So, yeah, we'll go ahead and, yeah, you can kind of see the microphone here because, again, I've got such a wobbly, unstable, mess here for the next few days. But hopefully definitely by the time, I won't say definitely because nothing is definite, but hopefully by the time we have our Oscar nominations out, I will have something that's a little more sturdy, something that's more space inclusive, something that's not constricted like this. So yeah, hopefully it works out in that way. So yep, we'll be back tomorrow. We'll talk final BAFTA predictions and we'll talk PGA nominees.